Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 8 of Love and Reading class. Today, your assignments, we're going to start with a song warm-up, as always. Today is one of my favorites. Then, we are going to do a read and respond to Gabby, part 8, and work on our final projects. Today, we are going to be choosing our scenes, choosing the type of performance you want to do, and all of this will be in a separate Google document. So let's begin by looking at the song. We have a song, Stay With Me by Sam Smith. You will be listening and writing the words that you hear in the blanks, and your 2 questions are, do you predict that he will stay with the person he is singing to based on the song? You need evidence. Why or why not? And in the song, Sam Smith says, "Why am I so emotional? No, it's not a good look." I want you to share your opinion. Do you agree or disagree that being emotional, right, having lots of emotions, is good or not good, and why? Today we are going to be reading part 8 of Gabby. Please click here if you want to read it on the computer and listen to the audio. Otherwise, you can read it in the book. If you are reading it in the book, we are reading pages 124 to 143 today. And as always, I hope to see all of you at our read aloud and discussion at 5 p.m. today. Click here to join. After you finish reading part 8, you are going to identify different types of love in part 8. You need at least one example for each type of love. When you write it, you're going to write the diary entry date and a short description, 1 to 3 sentences, of what happens and how it shows this type of love. So I have an example for all of you. This is my example, and this is an example of self-love. So I wrote here January 14th, that is the diary entry date. And I wrote, Gabby writes about how proud she is of her poetry reading. She says, quote, "Can't stop smiling. It has been the best day of my life. The best part was the poetry." And then I wrote how this shows self-love, and I said, this shows she is really proud of herself and her poetry. So this would be an example of self-love. You need to come up with another example here, and at least one example of family love, friend love, and romantic love. You can always find more than one. There's another space here. All right. The rest of your homework today is to begin your work on your final project. Most of your work today on your final project is in a separate document. But before you work in the separate document, I want you to go back, reread the final project directions by clicking this link here. And I want you to re-watch the video that I made here that explains the project directions. After you do that, if you remember, for day 7, I asked you to ask me questions about the project. So what I did was I took all of your questions. Some of you had similar questions, and I put them together in a document, and I categorized them. So any questions about the length of the scripted video, I put those here. So this is the question you asked, and then over here is my answer. You had questions also about working with a partner or a group. Many of you had questions about the scenes and how you're going to write the script. And then there's lots of questions about making the video. So all of your questions are here, and the answers are on the right side. Use that to help you so that you understand the project more. After you read the answers to the questions, I want you to make sure that you've watched the different final project examples, and I've added 2 more. So the first 2 on top, these are both different puppet show examples. You'll click the link. This is one puppet show example, and then here's another puppet show example if you click that link. Then if we go here, these are the links to my example of a live performance, live meaning your face, and this is an example of a partner project here. So make sure you watch those. You'll notice that they're all the exact same scenes, but 4 different ways of how to do that. Now, the rest of your assignment for the final project today, you're going to be completing pages 1 and 2 of the final project script document, and that's a separate Google Classroom document. You're only completing pages 1 and 2, and essentially what that is you are choosing the scenes that you want to act out and choosing the type of performance, if you want to do live or puppet. So you can look at these as examples. And then to look at the schedule again. So Monday, you read the directions, you asked questions, and you started thinking about possible scenes. Now today, Wednesday, you're going to choose the scenes either by yourself, with your partner or group, and choose what type of performance you want, live or puppet show. Next week is when we're really going to start writing our scripts with our groups or individually. So today is really just getting us ready and making sure we totally understand what we're going to do. If you want to start writing your script, you can do that in the same document, but that doesn't have to start until next week. All right. I will be on Zoom from 2 to 3 today if you have any questions about the project. And also we have our read aloud at 5 p.m. So I look forward to seeing many of you then. Bye.